Peace. What's happening, good people? This Gift here for Payusnomind, and let's talk about music video distribution, music distribution, and promotion with VerseOne distribution. Now, first, I want to highlight the fact that they have a grant where artists can get from $1,000 to $10,000 to cover the cost of moving their catalog from their current distributor to VerseOne distribution, which already tells us we're dealing with a different animal here. Now, let's get through the standard stuff before we get to what makes VerseOne distribution special. Cost, no upfront fee, $0. Percentage, they take 15%, which means they only make money when you do, and normally I'm not a fan of percentages, but we'll get to why it's different here. Unlimited releases, unlimited stores, unlimited artists. If you register as a label, which doesn't come with extra costs, it's simply a designation like putting down male or female. Free ISRCs and UPC codes with the ability to bring your own content ID with no upfront fee, just the same standard 15% as a digital distribution service. Now, okay, what makes them special? Video distribution, not just for Apple Music, Tidal, and Vivo, but for nationally broadcast channels like BET, MTV, Fuse, Music Choice, and Revo. Now, the standard rate that most companies that distribute music videos charge is 30% of your revenue. But with VerseOne distribution, it's subject to the same 15% as the digital distribution service. Now, video distribution to broadcast television is key because that's where most people who don't have a computerized device or aren't on a computerized device are watching music videos outside of YouTube. If somebody's on a computerized device, a laptop, a desktop, a mobile phone, they are watching music videos on YouTube. So people who are watching TV are watching Music Choice. They're watching MTV. They're watching BET and Fuse, and they're consuming music videos on these platforms. So it's a great opportunity to get exposure with an audience who is less distracted than people who are on a mobile device. Go Asia, which is a launch pad that helps drive discovery of your music in China and India, which combine for 40% of the world's population. And one way they do this is through optimization. You have lyric translation, video subtitles, and cultural localization where they adapt your branding to fit the local culture. Then you have a podcast they have called Unmute, which features artists, producers, and other industry professionals. And they do networking events to create opportunities for collaboration. Then you have playlist pitching and the relationships they have with digital service providers in these markets to facilitate featured placement. Now, the thing about the Go Asia feature is that they are not just saying, hey, we're going to distribute your music to China and India and it'll just be available there. They're offering marketing support. So they are offering priority placement, playlist placement, a lot of different things to help get your music discovered in these places, which is a big difference from the competition out there because they're just saying, hey, we'll distribute your music there, but they're not helping anybody find it. So it's like to have a distributor that's going to actively help your music get discovered there is really key and a really important thing that separates VerseOne distribution from other digital distributors. Now, let's take a look under the hood. What I want to key in on here is this social and radio metric, because obviously I haven't distributed any music with them, so I don't have royalty statements or streaming and download data. But this social and radio metric, they were kind enough to populate with some data from DJ Khaled. So we're gonna look at what they have to offer here. Now, what this metric tracks is followers and subscribers and performance with radio stations. So one thing you see here is that it's more international. Most digital distributors don't provide you with this type of data at all. And even the ones that venture to the extent that they do, it's only for the usual suspects of Instagram, Twitter, and Spotify. Now, they are expanding that to include international platforms like Angami, Ghana, and Line Music. Now, tracking your follower growth is important because it allows you to identify and cross-reference performance. So if you get an increase in streams, you can see whether that increase in streams impacts an increase in activity or following rather on these other platforms. So if you get a spike, what does it impact? Does it impact Twitter? Does it impact Instagram? If you get a spike in Instagram, does that impact streaming on Spotify? Those are things that you could be able to kind of like cross-reference and see using this type of data. Then you got charts for various platforms. So you can look and see if you have charted on TikTok or Spotify. Then you got tracking radio airplay to see if your music is getting radio airplay in any country that you might not know. And then you have playlist placements, which tells you which playlist your music got added to. Now, here's why I'm not mad at the 15%. With competing distributors that charge you a percentage of your revenue, it's more so just a hedge. They don't do anything outside of distribution to earn that 15%. They're just saying, hey, you don't know if you're gonna make any money. We're gonna allow you to distribute your music, and if you don't make anything, you don't pay anything. And that's the simple proposition that they're offering. Now, with VerseOne distribution, they are offering support, and not just marketing support, but even when you look at something like video distribution, where you don't have to pay anything up front and they just take a percentage on the back end, and the fact that it's a very reasonable back end fee versus another digital distributor that might say 15% of your royalties plus we'll allow you to do free video distribution, but we're going to take 50% on the back end, or we're going to charge you an upfront fee for video distribution plus 30% of the revenue that gets driven by the videos. Or if you want marketing support, you got to buy this marketing package. Or if you want playlist support, you got to buy this playlist package, right? Where they always shuffle you off to another service that costs you more money. So having everything lumped in to one service here, where you pay once for digital distribution and marketing and video distribution and all of that comes with it, is very valuable. So let's review. No upfront cost, 15% of revenue, unlimited releases, unlimited stores, content ID with no upfront fees, just 15% of your revenue, unlimited artists, free ISRC codes and UPC codes, Go Asia, which drives discovery in China and India, promotion through playlists and feature placement pitching in new markets driven by partnerships and relationships, free video distribution to streaming platforms and nationally broadcast channels like BET, MTV, Music Choice, and support for Adobe Atmos and Apple Music Video ProRes to make sure that your content meets the highest quality standards. Then you have additional features like YouTube multi-channel networks, which allows you to monetize your entire YouTube channel and not just individual videos like Content ID does. Social media verification, where you could get verified on social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. YouTube Music official artist channels, which brings all of your different all of the different places that your music gets posted to on YouTube, whether it be Vivo or a topic channel or your dedicated channel, all under one umbrella where you get to see all of the stats and everything like that in one place. Artist profile updates, where you could change your profile picture and your banner on Apple Music and Spotify. Playlist pitching, so they have actual pitch place where you could come and apply to have your music pitched to digital service providers. Then you have a dedicated place where you could claim videos on YouTube that are violating your copyright, like unauthorized usage on videos. You could come here and claim specific videos without having to send somebody an email and all of that unnecessary stuff. And then you got a missing release report, where if something isn't in a store, you could easily just come here and say, hey man, I don't see it on Amazon or Apple Music or whatever, and they'll take care of it. Now, if you'd like to learn more about VerseOne distribution, you can click the link in the description box. As always, make sure you like, share, comment. Y'all know the drill. You can hit me up at Payusnomind on Instagram, at Payusnomind on Twitter, payusnomind@gmail.com. This is Gift signing off. Payusnomind. Peace, good people. One.